So today, well, before we get started, I want to introduce you to one of my boys in the house. This is Smudge. He doesn't do well with cameras and he's not adjusting well to us being in our new house. But I figured I would at least bring him by to say hi to the video while he's at least getting comfortable in my studio room. Anyway, let's talk about what we're covering today. All right, I got the cat put away. We can talk about Magic. Also, when we get into this video, if you could on this particular video, do me a favor. I'm testing something with the algorithm and how the videos are put together. So if you could watch at least half the video, that would really help me out with this experiment. Now today we're going to talk about Orzhov Clerics. And this is one of those things that when we saw some of the cards that came out with Zendikar and then we saw some of the stuff in Kaldheim, people are like, okay, now this is a tribe that maybe we could do stuff with. And then there's a couple of neat parts that have popped up here in the most recent set, Strixhaven. So now it's like, okay, can we pull these together and really make a deck that does something? Now I will say, I don't know if it's a top tier deck, but I do think it could at least get to a middle of tier 2, which is still pretty strong. And I think there's going to be some clerics as well in the D&D set coming out in another 3-4 months. So that's something to keep your eye on moving forward. However, we did get some cool tools. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now, two things here. One, again, here's the deck list, but remember, try to watch at least 50% of this video for me to help me out. But additionally, this list is actually not going to be exactly the same, I think, as what was shown in the games, but I think it's worth watching the games anyway, just so you get a good look at other cards that may have been tried or different strategies that have popped up along the way. Now, let's go through this and just take a look. We're starting at the top with Selfless Savior. This card, kind of a ridiculous Magic card for being an uncommon, but it shows up in pretty much all types of white aggro decks. Speaker of the Heavens, because if you can get enough life, you can turn your clerics into angels effectively, and that's pretty awesome. Luminarch Aspirant, I talk about this a lot on the channel. This is one of the best 2-mana cards you can play in white. One Shajiri Shelter, I'm not even sure if this card's necessary, but it's an extra land if we need it, but it is a utility spell that's actually pretty good. Cleric of Lifespawn. Actually, let me talk about Cleric's Lifespawn for a second. I have a lot of people who submit Cleric lists. By the way, if you want to submit deck lists, please join my streams or come check out my Discord. Links are in the description below. And for some reason, a lot of people who submit Cleric decks want to cut or not include Cleric of Lifespawn. And I have to tell you, this card is very good. It's one of the few ways you can get a 6/6, an 8/8, just a sizable creature to keep fighting with. And there's many times you're going to play these back-to-back on turns 2 and turn 3, and that's enough all by themselves. So I'm not sure why people want to, but I see it being a very common thing that people want to cut this card. I would recommend not cutting it. 3, Dire Tactics, because, yeah, exile's a thing, and truthfully, you have enough humans, so it's not a huge deal. And you get enough life that even if you don't have humans, it's still reasonable. Silverquill Silencer. Now, this card's really neat because it's not, like, even if you play it on turn 2, it's still a 3-power attacker. But if you're on the play, sometimes it can be hard to predict what card to call with it. And I think we see that come up in a game or two in the video. But an interesting thing is, if you do know, like, let's say against Adventures, well, you can just call Bonecrusher Giant or Stomp, for that matter, and just know they're going to play it. Or if they already have a card tucked away on Adventure, you're like, okay, cool, you're going to play that, but it's going to be 3 life, and I'm going to get a card. Stuff like that could be really good. Or if you know they're putting stuff in Foretell and they only have 1 or 2 cards that are likely going to put there, you could call that card as well. So it gives you a couple of little interesting wrinkles that this deck can use to its advantage. Then we have Vanishing Burst, which is the other new card. I like it. There's a few spots where it's not as good, but there are a lot of just monocolored things. And because it's a monocolor permanent, that still allows you to get rid of things like Embercleave, the Great Hinge. If you just Gargaroth, if you want to kill that, you can get rid of I don't know, Torbrand in the mono red decks, right? There's a lot of things here. Elite Spellbinder, also another one of the new cards. This card, if you're playing white and creatures, it's hard not to play it. The card is absurdly good. Righteous Valkyrie, this is just here to gain life. Occasionally, though, you will get the double bonus and really just finish your opponent. Veto, just because we can gain enough life and drain. Aura, which this is one that I think people skip on as well. I don't mind playing Aura because it kind of doubles as a little bit of protection for the board sweepers, right? If your opponent plays a Doomscar or Shadow the Sky or anything like that, or even anything that just, gives your creatures -2, or whatever, -3, -3, right? It allows you to get 2 or 3 creatures back out of the graveyard immediately and keep your board robust. And then we're trying one Silverquill command. I will say this for the deck: if you're debating anything to switch around, if you wanted to cut the Sajiri Shelter, maybe play an additional Silverquill command if you want to try that out, or even take out a Silverquill command and the Sajiri Shelter and play the I can't remember the name offhand, the enchantment where you choose a creature type and then those get +1/+1, right? That's probably also reasonable for this list. For land, we're not doing anything fancy. We're playing 8 plains, 6 swamps, 4 bright climb pathway, 4 shadow shrine, shadow snarl. However, you could find a way to cut a couple of these and play, if you don't have the new lands or whatever, play Fabled Passages if you like. But anyway, like I said, I think the games are really interesting. You're going to see a lot of different aspects of this deck. I recommend watching the games through because you kind of get to see how each of the new cards works and functions a little awkwardly. And it plays some ways you don't really expect. So anyway, let's go into the games. Have some fun. We'll definitely keep this. Get to go first. This is the one thing I was thinking about, though, that could be a bit of a concern with the Silencer, is when you do have to play it on turn 2, I don't really know if, like, we can even guess what the opponent has here. You know what I mean? Like, we're kind of playing it in the dark. So the best thing we could do, I guess, would be to call... What removal card do we want to call that we're trying to stop? Like, I will let chat decide. What do we want to call with the Silverquill Silencer? Chat, y'all are going to decide my fate here. Heartless Act? We can call Heartless Act. Alright, that's the only thing I'm seeing. That's the only vote. Alright, we're going with Heartless Act then. It may be totally wrong, but that's what we're doing. Choose an online card. Let's go with Heartless. Yep, there we go. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we turned off a bunch of their removal. Oh, it's totally still quality as a 3/2 body. It's just as a turn 2 play, unless you... It's almost better in best of 3 than best of 1, right? Because then you have a better idea of what your opponent's capable of. Here, we don't really have that idea or know what's going on at the moment. So, I am going to go ahead... Nah, I can play Veto post-combat, actually. If the opponent does have a removal or something, at least leave them kind of incentivized to try to use it there. I guess I could have called some type of counter. Would have been smart too. Okay. Well. Alright, I guess we just attack. I mean, I don't know what else we do here. I mean, I guess if the extinction event, it's going to be for... Oh, there's a Sea Dasher Octopus of all things. Do we want to kill that with the Vanishing Verse? I'm not going to use Vanishing Verse because we could still get rid of... I don't know, if the game goes long, there's still things like Shark Typhoon or whatever we could get rid of. Yeah, so this looks like it could have been a blue-black mutate deck. Might be what's going on here. Ooh. Does that kill the opponent? They're going to attempt to kill something here. Probably with the... whatever that is. Poison the cup. Oh, a Brazen Borrower. Ooh. Ooh, okay. The opponent would just take 2 here. We could recast the Silverquill sign. Alright, cool. Not opposed to that. Opponent can take 2. Alright, chat. I'll let y'all do it again. What do you want to call? Saw it coming? Sure, we can go with that. Into the Story. I don't think they're playing Into the Story. Alright, I'm going to go with Saw It Coming, since They have a card in Foretell. We're going to go with that. And if they do counter something, they're going to lose at least 3. And we'll get a card for our efforts. Ah, why did I not call Extinction Events? That would have been the answer. Alright, getting in there. Alright, I guess. I mean, opponent's at 5. If they do have a Saw It Coming, they can't use it now until they get rid of the Silverquill Silencer. And they can play Heartless Act now with no penalty. So that's a thing. Ooh, another Extinction Event. Okay. Man, I really do wish I'd have called Extinction Event with that Silencer. And here I am just holding these cards that look so wonderful, and they're so bad right now. Sure. Which, now if they do have a Saw It Coming, they can use 1, so... Ugh, Ashiok. These don't work on Ashiok. That's sad.
Come, create beautiful nightmares.
Ugh, this sucks. Because I know what's about to happen.
Recoil to the recess of your mind.
Boy. So we're going to play the Valkyrie. It's going to hit with the Saw It Coming. And then we're going to play the Luminarch Aspirant. We'll have a Dire Tactics, but unfortunately... Well, yeah, we can just use it to get rid of... Yeah, I guess we gotta. Gotta let that get countered so we can get the Aspirant through. Because if the Aspirant becomes a 3-3, we can actually use the Dire Tactics to get rid of the token that's made by Ashiok, and the Brazen Bar doesn't block anything. So we have lethal on board right now, unless that card removes something and it doesn't. That seals the deal. Put the counter on Aspirants, and we'll get in there for 3. Woo! Alright, so we're going to go first here. This is a pretty good hand, so we're not upset about this at all. Let's see what the opponent has. Just blue cards. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to do this till we find some more action here and know what we need to be calling with the Silverquill Silencer. Oh no, what did they tuck? I have no idea. Let's play Elite Spellbinder so we can see the rest of their hand. Oh, I was thinking they might have the fight spell or whatever. Okay, so what do we got here? Biomathematician. I don't know. Do we even care about this card? Enters battlefield. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm just attacking. Like, I'm tempted to go with Speaker first, but I'm gonna go with Savior first. In case they're playing like a red deck or something, I didn't want to just run the Speaker out there naked. Well, they weren't. But this doesn't suck. So, double Selfless Savior. Don't know if that's going to be good here or not, but we'll see. I mean, we get to basically blank a lot of removal here, which is kind of nice. Yep. And we'll go ahead and play this Spellbinder. See what the opponent's at. Ooh, Ugins. Valid Get Recovery. We'll take the Cultivate. You can have that other junk. That does nothing. That's a whole hand of nada. I mean, do we call Ugin with Silverquill? Like, that can't be right? We probably have to call, like, Extinction Event or something. That feels more correct. I can't imagine that's accurate. I'm gonna call Extinction Event. That makes more sense. Put the counter there. Let's do the deed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got lethal next turn, y'all. And yeah, like, all right. All right, opponent goes first. This is also a keeper. We're not going to toss this back for sure. Ooh, triple angels are fun. If they don't all get, like, swept off the board, but we'll see. Opponent immediately goes to the Foretell Well. Let's go for Saw It Coming. If it's now runs Epiphany or something, so be it. How great would it be if they actually put in Foretell the big Battle Mammoth? That'd be so savage. I'm gonna attempt to attack first. Just to see if maybe they have like a Petty Theft on a Brazen Bar or something here. Get them to use some mana. Oh, just Behold the Multiverse. That's not nearly as bad. Though that does raise a question now. Do we want to go Valkyrie? Or just Spellbinder to take their next best thing here? I think we're going to Valkyrie, though. I think that's what we want. Plus they're flyers, so, you know, there's that whole thing. Alright, so they're going to borrow that. Makes sense. Don't hate this at all. Man, I feel like maybe I should just call Petty Theft or Brazen Bar because we're seeing so many from our opponents today. Alright. I mean, not sure what the opponent's about to do because we're going to be getting a bonus and a bunch of life and some angels unless they have a good play here for the Righteous Valkyrie. Alright. So what do you got for us, opponent? I feel like I really should play that Spellbinder because I feel like every time I haven't Spellbindered, things have gone terrible for us. But here we are. Had another Petty Theft. Alright, sure. Seems fine. Gonna flash in something. Nope, just cycling a Shark Typhoon. Alright. Do I think Heliod should be played over Spellbinder? Absolutely not. Not even close. Spellbinder is a damn good Magic card. We've won a couple of games already because of Spellbinder that we wouldn't have won if we had a Heliod. I mean, that's just facts. Alright. We'll attack. Knowing you get to flash in a Brazen Bar and block a Valkyrie, which doesn't really do anything here. Yeah, exactly. Alright, we go first. Ugh, we need a black mana for this, but I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to will an untapped black mana to the top of the library. We're going to try real hard. All the lurkers, hit the follow button at one time and give me all the energy I need. That's what we need to do. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, they have Selfless Saviors also. Ah, we failed. I suck. Everybody didn't believe enough. Not really sure what we're going to do here now, though. Happy little dog in a field. I think this is the first time where I've had bad mana early. So I'm pretty happy about that. It means things are working. Alright, come on. Ugh. Well, at least we can play this. And Dire Tactics would be nice too, because we could just exile that thing. Ugh, gosh. Ugh. Okay, well, I guess we gotta take Maul the Skyclaves. I mean, the good news is, if they play Bozriket, we can at least come over the top on Bozriket, so we're not too worried about that, really. I'm tempted to attack with the Speaker and then go ahead and sacrifice our Selfless Savior. Kind of force the opponent to either use our Savior or discard a card, but don't think that's really what we want to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. I think we have better options. Thanks for the follow there, Hexy Lexi. Yeah, we're not worried, like I said, about Bozri because we can just fly over and attack a Bozriket, so we're not really concerned there. Why are they attacking here? What's their plan? I mean, they're going to discard stuff they can't use otherwise right now? I mean, I guess we just take 4. I mean, they can play a Usher of the Fallen, I guess. Yeah. I mean, they're winning the damage race here. Oh, they had a Speaker. That's a little unfortunate. Didn't see that coming. Not gonna lie. Alright, so do we take Lava Brink Venturer? Or do we take Bozriket? I think we take Bozriket here, because now they can make enough 1/1s that that would be a bit annoying. Though all of our stuff is odd cost right now.
Fall back.
So a Lava Brink Venturer could be very annoying. Alright, we're going to attack. Now here's an interesting scenario. Opponent attacks with everything. We might just block across the board here. And the opponent now has nothing in hand. So we get into the situation where we're all just blocking everything and... You know, maybe it's still worth it to the opponent to do this. I don't know. Okay, so let's say we do block Selfless Savior and let's call, say, Usher of the Fallen. We're then at 15 to 18, but we're attacking for 6, they're attacking for 7. I don't actually know. We'll also gain 1 from our own Speaker. We just got to draw a black mana at this point. I mean, that's really the only thing that's puts us in a losing position right now. So let's just do this. Ah, man. Brutal. All right. I mean, if we get it, cool, we have a shot. If not, we're just dead skis. Alright. There it is. Might be too late, but we at least found something here. So that's a start. Now we have the choice. Do we play this and call one of these, which I guess we'd have to call them all the Skyclaves? Or do we just save this to exile a thing? Put the opponent to 9. We could kill either of these. Take 4, go to 5. Then we could play this the next turn. Yeah, let's do it. I'm in. I could see if they get a land, they might just want to maul, but they didn't get it because they would have tried. So we're gonna exile this. Taking 4, going to 5. I drew an Alseid. Okay, well, that's good to know. Ooh, what do we do with that? And that's a thing. All right, so we can attack for 6, but the opponent to 4. The scary thing though is, then if they have a removal card, we just die. Actually, we would die anyway, right? If they have Maul the Skyclaves. We have to leave a Spellbinder back. Alright, so let's attack the opponent to 7. Let's play this, since this is an even cost spell. And I think we'll call Maul the Skyclaves. I don't think we care greatly if they play Basriket. And we can still destroy them Maul as well. Another Alseid. I don't know if that's gonna do it for them or not. Because they can sack their Alseid here to get 3 guaranteed in. I don't know. This is tight. We'll see what happens. And there's almost, I was going to say, there's almost an argument to just attack with everything. Yeah, that's what I thought might happen. So we block Lava Brink Venturers. Maybe they sack to save that. Then they're only at 7. They'll be at 9 after this combat. Oh, actually, no. Wait. If we block the Alseid... No, we block the Speaker. See if they want to sacrifice their Alseid. We go to 4. They go to 1. They go to 9. We could target their Alseid, but then they... Alright, this is what we have to do. This is what we're playing for lethal here. This is what we're doing. Seeing if we could coax them to... Oh, they didn't do it. They didn't bite. Alright, well, I made the only play I thought we could. They didn't do it. They played correctly. I think we're dead now. That sucks. I tried. I tried. Well, we can't exile any because I can just get rid of their Alseid. I mean, we can get rid of the Lava Brink Venturer, but we're only at 1. Is the problem. So, actually, no. So we attack here. I guess... If we target their Lava Brink Venturer, they can't sacrifice the Alseid or the Issus. They have to use the Alseid to block. But then they have 1 Alseid left, so when we play this, but we only have 1 black mana. We can't just exile the Alseid and swing because they can sacrifice this other Alseid to kill that one. To protect that one. I may just go to the next phase to buy time here. Man, not getting that other black mana really crippled us this game. Or not getting it till too late was really the issue. So... yeah, we got nothing. I mean, we're just dead. I think the best we could do is attack... Actually... Attack... Attack. See if the opponent bites and blocks. I mean, that's literally all we got. Like, we got nothing. Yeah, exactly. And no block's the best thing they could do. Yep, we're dead. Yeah, we're gonna keep this too. This is worth a keeper. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Selfless Savior. Yeah, having to guess on turn 2 is the only thing with the Silencer. I think turn 2... Ooh. Ooh, what do we do here? What do we do? What do we do? What do we call? Do we just call a removal card here? Do we call, like, Village Rites? Do we want to call Luris? But they're not playing Luris as a companion. Call the Death Dweller? That's probably reasonable, too. I don't know. I feel like we should be calling a removal card here, but we already have the Selfless Savior, so let's do this. And then we'll wait. Myers Grasp. So they are playing that deck. Damn it. Okay. Well, I wasn't giving him credit for having that deck, but here we are. Damn. Should have went with my instinct. Sometimes people just don't play Luris as a, you probably have another Myers Grasp. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. You're not getting me today, opponent. Alright, so I think next turn we're just going to go Veto Speaker and hope for the best. They are going to play a Myers Grasp, probably followed by a -2/-2. Nope, didn't have it. Okay, then let's Veto. Let's put this on black, I guess, in case I need it for some reason later. Oh no, I had to play the speaker. That was a mistake. Wasn't even thinking I need to play the speaker out of my hand. Bring you back. Alright, well the Myers Grasp getting put on the Valkyrie instead of the Veto is actually pretty nice here, so we can't gripe too much about that. Deadweight their own things so they can bring it back, obviously, as a 5/5. Yep, there's our Call of Death Dweller. So we were right in calling the card. Oh, that's cute. Doesn't really change much for us. But what it does do is let us set up a big swing with Veto next turn. With a bunch of lifelink. Yeah, we'll take 5. Which is the smart move from the opponent, so you don't end up with us making a bunch of angels. We'll attack with this. Give everything lifelink. Gain a bunch of life. Drain the opponent for a bunch of things. And do I need to play this land or not? Yeah, we will, just in case. They could make us discard. Who knows what happens? So, let's see. Opponent's not attacking. This is a... Well, if we do that, then we can't activate Veto. And we don't have quite lethal yet, because only 3 would get through. So if we attack with everything, they're going to block Veto, I would assume. So we could get crafty. And just... Let's see, we attack with all, they block Veto, they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'd be at 1. But we'd have to sack this, so actually be at like 3. So I think what we do is this. So we drain the opponent for 1. We go to our attack step. Put that on the speaker. Then we attack with this. Actually, yeah, we just attack. Because the lifelink from the speaker is going to help enough here anyway. Yep. And then put the opponent to 2. Alright, let's see what they got. Village rights? Alright. Trying to find something. Not sure though, even if they have an extinction event, I think we're still good. Yep. Alright, now those games were actually a lot of fun, and the new cards played their part, so that's always good. The only downside here is I don't think we got to see Aura in action, and we didn't get to see the Silverquill command come into play in those games, and that's a little disappointing, but overall the deck still functioned pretty well. It is a step up from where it was before, so if people are looking to upgrade an existing deck, this can definitely do that. We're just adding in a few cards, which is really nice. Downside is the new cards are actually rares, so that could be a little bit of a hindrance for some people. And like I said, if there's a couple cards, if you want to swap them out, there are some reasonable options. So you can still find some ways to elevate the deck even without having all of the new cards just yet. There are definitely some options. However, though, for now, I would say if you want to play this in the ladder, I do think it has at least enough oomph to get you through the finish line if you want to play something a little bit different. Now, as for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Nirkana Revenant. Mostly because this is an example of a card that's, you know, I think it's at like 6 mana for 4/4, whatever. It does have an upside on its ability. But the truth is, this is the type of card you look at that never catches traction in any 60 card format, never gets played in standard, or never did get played in standard, you know, and seems to be a player in Commander, or even just regular kitchen table formats. You know, even when it's not Commander, a lot of these cards are still popular with the most casual players who play after school, they play during lunch, they play in their dorms, you know, with just, you know, what we call shoebox magic, you know, whatever they own, they play. And these type of cards are still good in those formats. So when you're looking at card value, don't always just look and say, okay, well, is this good for 60 card magic? Or even is this just good for Commander? Sometimes you have to ask yourself, is this good for a casual player? Because the casual players make up a very large percentage of the magic population, even more so, exponentially more than the competitive players. As always, if you would like today's deck list, you can get it in the description down below. Also, if you would like to join any of my streams on Facebook or Twitch, or if you just want to come hang out and get deck help, especially right now with Strixhaven being a thing, hit up my Discord. The links for all that stuff is in the description down below. And remember, if you haven't, please really consider subscribing to the channel, because that always really helps us out. Hitting that like button helps us get seen by more people. Hopefully you watch at least half the video to help me with my experiments. And most importantly, hit that notification bell because you'll get notified every time I have a video up. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.